Hey everybody, today we're gonna have some fun and we're gonna make some baking soda snowmen. And then we're gonna have even more fun later on watching them melt. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna gather up some supplies. You're gonna wanna have a container to put your snowmen in. They're gonna go into the freezer first. So you need something that's going to fit into your freezer. You're gonna need some baking soda, some water, some googly eyes or buttons, whatever you have on hand, and then something for the nose, either felt or I'm using foam sheet. I didn't have orange, so I'm using yellow. Use whatever you have on hand, whatever you already have in the house. So some foam sheets, some felt, maybe some fabric, anything that you could use for the nose. All right, so let's get started. I'm actually gonna start mixing in a separate container. You're just gonna put in whole bunch of baking soda, and then we're gonna slowly add some water, mixing it together until we get the consistency that we need for a snowman. Now I'm using my hand, but you can use a spoon if you'd like, but I say stick your hand in there and get dirty. So this is much like making your own snow, except we're using water today to mix with our baking soda instead of conditioner. You just want to get it. You don't want it to be runny or soupy. You want it to be packable. So let's see. I think I'm going to add, that's not making very much. So I'm going to add a whole lot more baking soda. Just because I'd like to get a couple snowmen out of this if I can. Okay, so now I'm just gonna start by creating a ball. I'm gonna put it in my tray over here. Now you can make these any size you like. It really just all depends on how much baking soda that you have. Okay, now that you have all your snowmen built and in your container here, we're gonna go ahead and get some googly eyes or some buttons, whatever you wanna use for some eyes. I'm not even making sure I'm getting the same size eyes. Just have fun and get creative with it. That one's sliding away on me. I have some silly looking snowmen, I know that. But it's supposed to be fun. I don't really know that that looks like a carrot. These look more like a triangle than a carrot. That's okay. All right, so there we go. We have our snowman. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go pop these into the freezer, and then we'll meet you back here a little later. Okay guys, we're back. I have my snowman here. I had them in the freezer for about 3 hours. It doesn't really matter how long you leave them in the freezer. You can leave them in an hour, you can leave them in overnight, totally up to you. I did actually end up putting them in a smaller container just so I could get it in my freezer. But now here's the fun part. So, when you're making your snowman, along with the googly eyes or buttons and the nose that you add, go ahead and add some glitter to them. Anything you want to do to spruce them up, make it more fun. I'm just going to add a little glitter fake snow over the top. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take a squeeze bottle. You could use a squeeze bottle, an eyedropper, anything that you have, and you're going to fill it with some vinegar. I added a drop of blue food coloring to mine just to make it a little bit more fun and interesting. But now it's time to make our snowmen melt. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour a little vinegar over the top of our snowmen and watch the magic happen. Can you guys hear that? you guys see what's happening? My snowmen are starting to melt. Can you hear them fizzing? Check it out, my snowmen are melting! All right, I'm gonna continue to play around with this and have a little fun, and I hope you guys will try this at home and have fun as well. Remember, send us your pictures and videos, and we'll see you next time on Sid's Club. Bye, guys.